66 North started back in 1926, and we started making clothing for Icelandic fishermen. So the first garment that we made was a fisherman coat, and due to the fact that the weather changes from one minute to the next in Iceland, and we had no weather forecast back in 1926, so the coat was often the difference between life and death. So we started actually saving lives. And when you start making garments that should save lives, you don't compromise on quality and durability. And so that kind of became ingrained in the DNA of the company from day one. We've also had repair since day one, and that's simply because Iceland was one of the poorest nations in the world back in 1926. So the fact of where we come from very much shaped all our history and who we are today as a brand. So when we do a new garment, we do it with the same approach as when we were making the original fisherman garment back in 1926. It's quality, it's durability, and it's based on sustainability. So if something breaks, a zipper or something, we repair it for you. I'm actually wearing that product, and the reason why I chose this product to talk about as a product that I think very kind of well captures us is the GORE-TEX Pro jacket here called Horn-Stranded. And we sometimes refer to this piece as the modern take on a fisherman coat, because back in the days in 1926 we wanted to make a waterproof fisherman coat, but we didn't have the sophistication in fabrics as we do have today, but now we do. So basically you can use this product for many of the activities that the fisherman does today. So we sometimes say that this is the modern version of a fisherman coat. When we originally designed this jacket, we wanted to design a jacket that could be as good as the best on the market in terms of performance. And the way it's engineered and sleeve, hood, it's a hood that fits over a helmet. So it has a lot of complicated engineering any way you look at it. But at the same time, we made the zippers tone on tone. So it's something that you can easily wear in the city. But now I'm wearing the same jacket and we're doing it in different colors. But most of the time we have been just making it in one color. So it's kind of tailored to the city, but many outdoor people are also picking it up. On working with GORE-TEX, when we've done parkas for decades, because the weather in Iceland can be it can be freezing in the morning and then it can be raining in the afternoon, and or it can be around zero and raining, or very wet snow or whatever you like. So what we have had the need for in Iceland are rainproof warm parkas. And so before we started working with GORE, we never kind of reached that full waterproofness in our parkas. So when we started working with GORE, we decided to put GORE-TEX in many of our parkas and make them fully waterproof. So we have several parkas that are guaranteed to keep you dry, but are also very warm, and this is of course something that the Icelanders love, because they can safely put something on in the morning and know that they are going to be both warm and dry the whole day. Well, I think there are two things to this. I mean, one is because we are a B Corp certified company, and we very much focused always on sustainability with the repair that we've offered for the last 100 years and so on. So the environmental factor is a huge factor, and it's very impressive what GORE has been doing on that path. So that kind of goes hand in hand with what we would like to see continue from the company. And then if you put it in a historical perspective for us, we have always tried to work with the best possible fabrics in the last 100 years. And we are going to be around for another 100 years. So we need to work with partners we can work with for a long time. And seeing what GORE has been doing through the years with constant research, development, and always bringing out products that are like cutting edge when it comes to technology and performance. That is simply what we would, like to see. And because we don't define ourselves as an outdoor brand, because we have been dressing up a whole nation since 1926. So we define ourselves as an everyday performance brand. So there is also a need for us when we design a garment for certain elegance and structures in the fabrics and so on that need to go hand in hand with the silhouettes that we are designing. So that is also something that we expect to see continue developing, so more variety in terms of texture and so on, but still never compromising on the performance of the product. And that's kind of the same thing we do with our, when we are designing a new garment, is that we want to design the garment in such a way that it's always practical, it's always kind of has a performance element in it, but it also looks nice and you can wear it every day. So what we have here is a product that I'm very, very excited about, because we are collaborating now with photographer, filmmaker and adventurer Chris Burkhardt. And Chris is an American, but he's been to Iceland 50, 60 times and spends a big part of the year in Iceland. What I'm excited about here is that this is close to a silhouette that we have offered in the past, but there is an interesting new feature in it, because if you look at the side here, this looks like a pocket, but it's not a pocket. So it's a breathing window, so to say. And why am I excited about it? Because Iceland is very much about layering. And because the weather changes in Iceland from one day to the next, it's very important that we layer properly. So you might go out, whether you're hiking or on your everyday, and if you become too warm because you're running or you're hiking and so on, and you want for it to breathe better, then you can open this up. But because you have a layer underneath with pockets, so then you can put your hands in if you want to have your hands in the pocket. So instead of having the pitch zip kind of onto the arms, we put it here, so it looks just like a pocket, but it's basically a window for fresh air.